Yes.
All right.
A very good morning.
A very wonderful morning right here.
Yes.
This is Tuesday, date 21, and I'm very excited on how this month is going and this year is going.
Yeah.
Niliona a post today morning that we only have 1 month to malize 2023, but God has been so good.
Has been
and
faithful.
as you said yesterday, that 1 month bado ni refu sana.
Yeah.
1 month and 9 days now, and 10 days.
Yeah, 10.
Yeah, and God is good. God is a good God. He can do so much in that 1 month. Yani, you'll be surprised.
Tafunga tu macho pata amekubariki. Don't limit him to this couple of few days zimebaki. A miracle can still happen within this particular time. Kwa hivyo trust him for your blessing and keep on pushing.
Exactly.
Yes.
Karibuni sana. If it's your first time, very first time joining us, this is MBCI TV ambapo tunabadilisha maisha by the grace of God.
Yes.
And the show on air is Raushwa ambapo Raushwa, tunachangamsha, tunabarikiwa. This is the place to be. Hapa ni nyumbani. Na tuko hapa from now mpaka 10 in the AM. And today is such a wonderful day. And Tuesdays zukwa very good days, of course, like every other day. But Tuesdays inakuanga siku ambayo tunaongelea relationships. And last Tuesday we had a dilemma. One dilemma that was, yani, it made this place light up on fire.
Hata jana karibu tuwashe moto.
Hata jana karibu moto wake hapa as we were talking about the dilemma. And last week we said that we are going to make sure that today we have a man of God who will be helping us with the topic of discussion, because you're talking about a couple when you walikuwa nataka to get into marriage, but one was an unbeliever and one was a believer. Now the parent, a believer, alikuwa na a problem because how are you marrying an unbeliever? Kwa hii nyumba, we are not allowing that. So we decided we're going to be having that topic today, and we'll be having Pastor Alex with us. But even before we get there, tutakuwa tukianza na the daily update, because you are a Kenyan and you deserve to know what's happening in your country. Alafu tutakuwa tukiingia ndani ya Tega Sikio. Then of course we'll be getting into the topic of discussion. And of course leo ikiwa na Tuesday tunakuanga na ile sehemu ya mitindo. Na leo ndani ya mitindo Sylvia Wanja.
Yes.
What are we having?
Let's tunaongelea mambo na wall art. Most of the time tunakuwa stuck trying to figure out nini tunafaa kuweka kwa walls zetu ku decorate nyumba zikae vizuri. So I'm providing you with a couple of options that you can use when you're trying to decorate your house, whether it's a studio apartment, whether it's your living space, whatever space you have. I'm going to give you tips on how to decorate your walls.
Okay.
Yes.
You know, you're saying that and I'm thinking about the way in our houses tunekanga tu kila kitu. Kipata gitaa kwa wall.
Weka kwa wall. Everything kwa wall.
Kipata tu atrembo kwa wall.
Kila kitu kwa wall.
Anything yenye inaweza hangiwa wewe
unaweka.
So today that is what we're going to be talking about pale kwa mitindo. Then after that tutakuwa tukipata today's inspiration and of course amazing songs that we're going to be having today. My name is Rachel Kahugu. Tutakuwa tukiandamana pamoja mpaka 10 in the AM, and we're really hoping ya kwamba kupoa and that kutoka tuachane yesterday you've been well and now you are ready to be blessed. We say that usikubali kubarikiwa peke yako, go call other people tubarikiwe pamoja, because this is a place where we get blessed but also tunapata a lot of knowledge. Karibuni sana.
And my name is Sylvia Wanja. Tuandamane pamoja. Kumbuka tumemka hapa hivi kurauka, kuchangamka na kubarikiwa. Let's have an amazing time and let's get started. Let's tuingie ndani ya the daily updates, because you are a Kenyan and you. Helikopta kuanguka katika maeneo tofauti katika matukio yaliyoachana na masaa hapo jana. Katika kisa cha kwanza, watu 3 wamethibitishwa kujeruhiwa baada ya helikopta ya kibinafsi kuanguka katika uwanja wa ndege wa Wajir. Manusura hao walijumuisha marubani 2 ambao walikuwa wanaenda kuchukua vifaa vya mitihani kutoka Arjabahan kuelekea Wajir mjini. Katika kisa cha pili, helikopta ya kijeshi ambayo ilikuwa inasambaza chakula eneo la Buna, Wajir, lilianguka muda mfupi baada ya kupaa. Akithibitisha kisa cha kwanza, kamishna wa waziri John Otieno alisema ndege hiyo ilianguka muda mfupi baada ya kupaa. Chanzo cha kuanguka kwa helikopta hiyo yenye nambari ya usajili FYSDL haikubainika mara moja, lakini ikibainika atakuwa akitueleza. Tukisonga mbele katika taarifa ya pili ni kwamba viongozi wa kaunti ya Wajir wanaomba usaidizi wa serikali kuu katika kukabiliana na mandhari ya mvua ya El Nino inayoendelea kushuhudiwa nchini. Wakiongozwa na gavana Ahmed Abdullahi, viongozi hao walielezea kwamba maji ya mafuriko imezingira makazi ya familia kadhaa, huku mifugo wakikwama kwenye matope. Alisema kiwango cha maji ya mvua ya sasa ni mara 20 ya kiwango cha kawaida na
kwamba mengine yanatoka Ethiopia na sehemu za kati mwa nchi. Kulingana naye, tani 57 za dawa zimekwama barabarani tangu wiki jana, huku akiahidi kwamba serikali yake itafanya kila juhudi kushughulikia hali hiyo. Aliomba usaidizi kutoka kwa wadau mbalimbali yakiwemo mashirika ya misaada. Seneta Abbas Sheikh alisema hata ingawa kampuni ya usafiri wa ndege ya Bluebird Aviation imejitolea kusafirisha dawa na chakula bila malipo, vitu hivyo huenda visifikie walengwa kutoka uwanja wa ndege wa Wajir. Na tukimalizie katika habari ya kimataifa ni kwamba waziri wa ulinzi wa Marekani Lloyd Austin amefanya ziara ya kushtukiza nchini Ukraine ili kuhakikishia nchi hiyo kwamba Marekani itaendelea kutoa usaidizi wake dhidi ya uvamizi wa viongozi wa Urusi. Marekani imetoa mabilioni ya dola kama msaada wa usalama kwa Ukraine mara kwa mara, ukiahidi kwamba Ukraine itaendelea kusaidia kadri ya muda ambavyo vita hivyo vitadumu. Lakini upinzani kutoka kwa wabunge wenye misimamo mikali wa chama cha Republican imeibua mashtaka juu ya mustakabali wa msaada huo. Austin alisafiri kuelekea Ukraine jana ili kukutana na viongozi wa Ukraine na kusisitiza usaidizi wa Marekani kwa vita vya kujikomboa kwa Ukraine. Marekani inasema ndio nchi ambayo imetoa viwango vikubwa zaidi cha msaada wa kijeshi kwa Ukraine na kupunguza samahani kwa msaada huo. Marekani kutakuwa na pigo kubwa kule Ukraine, hasa wakati huu wa kujiandaa kwa msimu wa pili wa baridi vya vita hivyo. Hiyo ndio habari ambayo tuko nayo leo.
So, tuingie ndani. There was a family. Sawa, a mother, a father, and a son.
Okay.
So the father,
nuclear family.
Yes, a nuclear family. Yeah. Comprising of 3. Father, mother, and son. Sometime shida za kibiashara zikatokea kidogo. Biashara ikaanguka. Family na friends pia wakajitoa kwa hiyo story. So ilibidi walikuwa yeye, the wife and the son. They really had to struggle. Living off gari. Unaona hizi vans zenye zinaendanga za trips. They had to give up their house, they had to give up everything. Walikuwa naishi kwa camp truck. Jua venye they don't have anything. So the father alikuwa a very business minded person. So despite the first business kufail, akaketi chini na akadraft another business yenye itakuwa booming. Hiyo wakati ilikuwa time nyadi tech haikuwa a thing. So lakini alikuwa so sharp that alikuwa ameona technology is the next future.
So time technology ilikuwa inajulikana
haikuwa mambo na nini hakuna. So yeye alikuwa smart na alikuwa naona the future is technology. So akajaribu kudraft idea, akakamba na business. Hiyo wakati wanaishi kwa camp trucks, saa zingine hadi hawana food ya kukula. Mama ndo anaenda ajaribu kutafuta vibarua, akipata pesa kidogo anakuja wanakula. But alikuwa na support the husband. Na the son ana watch all this iki happen. Sawa? So akaendelea akajipusha akadraft proposal mzuri sana. Na akaenda akaapproach mtu nayo. Mtu mwenye hata ajui ile unajituma kwa mtu kampuni, unajua huyu ni investor anapenda kuinvest in SMEs, hizi small businesses, ma startups. Akaenda kwake. Akamwambia explain the story yake from the beginning. I had a business ilikuwa inafanya poa, lakini ikaanguka. Na sasa sina mali pa kukaa, sina nini, but niko na business idea hapa. Mwambie na sikwambia hizi stories zote ndo sympathize. Nataka uangalie proposal yangu bila any bias. Uniambie kama ina make sense. Na kama ina make sense, ukiinvest hauta regret. So that investor akachukua hiyo business proposal. Akaekelea tukameza kumwambia sawa. So unajua ni investor amezoea like kupatana na watu kumwambia niko na business idea, sijui nini. But sasa there is something yenye ali experience akiongea na mtu. So zikiwa topo kwa meza akaita assistant wake akamwambia the guy who came in today, ebu kwa hizi business proposal hapa tafuta yake, na you go through it, alafu unipe presentation kesho. Unajua sasa watu watakuwa na pesa, muda kuna. So ukiniambia niketi nisome document ya 200 pages, sina hiyo time. So assistant akaenda, akasoma, akadraft sasa ka proposal kenye kako na slides kama 12 hivi. The next day akamfanyia hiyo proposal. Mwambia, huyu mtu amefikiria mbali. Mwambia hebu mpigie simu sai. Akapigiwa. Akaambiwa, so I have looked at your proposal and I've seen what it is that you are trying to achieve. Na nimeona you're a very futuristic person and I want to invest in your idea.
Nice.
Akamwambia, haya, uko serious? Akamwambia, yeah, of all the business ideas nimepata, this one is the most unique. Na it is very futuristic. And nataka kudeal, nataka kudeal na mtu mwenye anaona the future, si mtu mwenye anajilimit. Akamwambia, sawa, let's do it. And they started a company.
Okay.
Sawa. Kumbuka hata hakuna shilingi alikuwa nayo. Everything inatoka kwa investor. 10 years down the line, ikakuwa the biggest company.
Nice.
In that nation.
Okay.
Sawa. Investor akapata returns zake, nani akakuwa the major shareholder, this guy. Nakumbuka bado kuna familia yake. Familia iko ongezeka, ilikuwa yeye, bibi na mtoto. Sawa. But sasa at the moment sana amekuwa the biggest company, these friends and family want to come back in that circle.
Hi, jamani.
They want to get closer. Hiyo wakati wakikaa kwa camp van, wakikaa kwa camp van, hakuna mtu alikuwa anataka kujua chenye mnafanya. Wakati walikuwa nalala nje, nobody cared. But now juu amekuwa the biggest company in the nation. Now you want to be associated na yeye.
Sad.
Na hakupenda. So this is what they did. Hiyo wakati sasa tunajua wako poa, they have a mansion, they're living a good life. So the father and mother wakaona the fact that they don't have another child to inherit all that they have. Hiyo wakati wamefungua chain companies, franchise, wamejaa different nations, like wako na mali. Na wakajua we only have one son, nendo ata inherit kila kitu. Na if we don't find a way ya kumlinda saa hizi venye people can't take advantage of him, we'll probably end up losing everything. Na kitu tumebuild for the generations to come. So this is what they did. Kumbuka the son is about, I think, around 13 years at this point. Walianza kumprogram into believing that he's allergic to human beings.
What do you mean?
Yes. The parents started programming him to believe ako allergic to human beings. Ukiguzana hivi na mtu utakuwa mgonjwa na unaweza kufa.
Parents sometimes.
So he had to stay in confinement. Like alikuwa nakatu kwa mansion. Kama ni kufunzwa, anafunzwa through a glass. Na anafunzwa homeschooling. Hakukubaliwa kwenda nje kuinteract na watu. Kama anataka kukula food from a certain hotel, they bring in the chef, anampikia chakula, anaserviwa. So he was made to believe he's allergic to human beings apart from his mother and father.
Okay.
Sawa. Ako allergic to human beings apart from the mother
and the dad.
Haya. So na akagrow up akiamini hivyo. So hadi conversations zake, making friends, it was all online. Sawa. But unaona sasa hapo hakuna hiyo physical interaction. Kwa hivyo hauwezi sema you're forming a solid friendship. So
ni watu tu unajua.
Watu tu anajua. Na akagrow up hivyo. So unfortunately parents wake, they passed on in an accident. So both of them passed on. Na akabaki peke yake. But remember, aliachwa na notion he's allergic to human beings. Na akaambiwa ukijaribu kuinteract na binadamu yoyote, you will die. Sawa. Alafu there is something that happens, sijui kama ushe experience. Ukiambiwa kitu na uiamini, even if it's not true, utaona ni ukweli.
It happens.
Utaona ni ukweli kabisa. So probably through the glass, ana imagine akiniguza TV, ashaona shakwa mgonjwa. Like ashai create kwa akili. Na grow up na wazazi wake. So whatever they say, that's true.
It's true.
Hata si lazima chenye umesema hiyo ndo gospel truth. Sitaki kuambiwa kitu kingine. So hiyo wakati akigrow si amefunzwa hadi kuchunga companies, like he's very smart. Juu amekuwa akifunzwa na sasa aka step in place of the parents to make sure ana take care of all these things. But sasa kumbuka wazazi wake walikuwa na hiyo freedom ya kwenda kuinteract na watu, kujua how the companies are running. But our guy hajaiongea na watu. So hata hiyo wakati aki have meetings like na the watu wa board ana have akiwa kwa nyumba, alafu sasa wanamuona through a screen anapeana instructions. Make sure you do this, do this, do this, do this, do this, do this. Sawa sawa?
So no one ever met him.
No one has ever met ati physically. Ati ndo huyu hakuna mtu ashaimuona.
Okay.
Sawa sawa?
Very weird.
So hata watu hawayuko sure. Alafu kumbuka this is a tech company. Wana work on projects like AI, wana work on projects like robotics, like hizo vitu zote.
You're not even sure kama he's a whole human being.
Ama
ni robot.
Ni robot inawapea instructions, you know. But he kept on like that. Kumbuka yeye anajua if I interact with human beings, I'll become sick.
I'll die.
And I'll die. So I can't risk it. Akaendelea. So in one of the meetings kuna our assistants wenye wanaletanga coffee kwa board meetings nini. So kumbuka tu yeye anaona through a screen. Now the guy, the owner of the companies, anaona through a screen. Now pia wanamuona through a screen. So this specific assistant alikuwa na observe venye tu ana behave. Sawa sawa? Na after one meeting, so unajua kila mtu akiclear boardroom, yeye ndo anabaki akizima, akipanguza nini. After people have left, the other board members have left the room, akabaki. Lakini bado screen iko imezima. So akamuuliza mbona, how is it that you never come to the office or address directly? Juu hadi kuna hizo rumors, wewe ni robot, wewe ni AI, like they don't believe you're a real person. So it will be better hata kama ni once kuja tu. Like kuja tu at least watu wajue you are a real person. Hiyo wakati the other people don't know that he's allergic to aliambo he's allergic to people. So wao wanafikiria tu probably that's how he loves doing his things. Sasa the man akamwambia unalipo kufanya kazi gani? Kumbuka huyu ni mtoto ajui kuinteract na watu. Mwambie umelipo kufanya kazi gani? Mwambie kazi yangu ni assistant, I bring coffees, I prepare meetings, I prepare proposals. Akaambia good, then stick to your work. Sawa sawa? Stick to your work.
Noted.
Haya, akasema sawa, haina shida. Yes sir, akatoka akaenda. The next meeting, the same thing happened. Wakabaki wakiwa wawili kwa screen. Akamwambia je sir, I know you told me to stick to my business, but I think you should really come here. Kwa sababu the more unaendelea kukaa huko mbali na kufanya hizi meetings via Skype ama whatever, watu wanaendelea kukushuku that you're not human. Kuja tu siku moja wakuone uapprove. Kijana akamuuliza wewe mbona unaamini mimi si robot? Unaniambia nikuje ni confirm. Umwambia hapana, kuja tu confirm. Hata mimi pia niko hapo kwa hiyo ya kuconfirm. Siko 100% sure but please just come so that we can all confirm that you're indeed a human being. Kamwambia I won't come. Sawa sawa? Haya. The next time wakumbuka ule ambao ukionana na watu utakufa. So
you can't
anajambia nikitoka alafu kuenda you know. Akasema siwezi. The next time the assistant did the same thing. Akamwambia just come to the meeting. Just once. You don't even have to stay for the whole meeting. Kuja tu uingie wasalimie wajue ni wewe utoke uende. Akamwambia what is the problem? Alafu kumbuka the assistant this whole time wakifanya meetings and all that amekuwa kwa room na amekuwa kinotice there is no one kwa background yake. So akakuwa curious kumuuliza. Sasa akaanza sasa kumake conversation, unaishi wapi? Mwambia si naishi kwenye my parents used to live, okay? Haya, nakumbuka hata wao wajui, hawajai kuwa invited to the home. Sawa sawa? They live where my parents used to live, okay? Do you interact with people? Ati no. Ambia you're a human being, unafaa kuinteract na watu. Hausikiangi something is off bila kuongea na watu kwa sababu unajua no one is an island. Kamwambia mimi ndo nitakuwa kwanza kwa island.
Okay.
Sawa sawa?
Noted.
Mimi ndo nitakuwa kwanza. Haya, wakakaa. So another meeting tena ikaisha, wakabaki the same time the same way waki have conversation. So the lady akasuggest, since una run a tech company, see we create an AI robot equal assistant on that other side. such that hata tukiwa meetings usikokisort all these papers ukiwa peke yako, itakuwa ikikusaidia on that other end since hutaki kupatana na human beings. Sawa sawa? Akasema ni sawa.
Good idea.
That's a good idea. Juu unajua yeye alikuwa the assistant amekuwa akiobserve kwa meetings, anaona makaratasi zinarushwa everywhere akijaribu kufigure out nini, alafu ilikuwa tunakaa very disorganized. Sasa akamwambia, akasema that's a good idea. Why not? Akamwambia kuna robot yenye we have been working on nini, all you have to do ni kuitengenezea a skin ndio ikae like a human being, but you can command it to do anything you want. Akasema I can command it to do anything I want. Akasema work will be easier, and plus it's a robot, so I can interact with a robot since I can't interact with human beings. Akamwambia sawa, wewe fanya aje, ende uambie nimeauthorize, waike skin, whatever the budget is, waishughulikie the next meeting I want to have that robot here. Akasema sawa, I'll go do that. The assistant went, akaenda kuongea na the tech team, akasema boss amesema whatever amount of money you need. Sawa sawa, mwandike budget, mseme what is needed, malize hii AI robot immediately, test run itafanywa kwake. Sawa sawa, bora make sure iko safe, haitaenda kumuua ama itaenda kumalfunction huko, bora tu inaweza chukua command yenyewe na ipea akisema fanya hivi ifanye. Akasema sawa. So the tech team hata wako anaenda home before the next meeting. The next meeting ipate kwa alafu ni yule boss. Unakumbuka ni boss mtu ajaiona. So everyone is afraid of. Hajui venye atareact, hajui kama atafaya mtu. You know, everyone is just on their toes. Hawataki kujaribu kukosea mahali popote. Wakamaliza kutengeneza that robot, wakaifanya test run, wakaiwekea skin. Na ukiangalia inakaa human being. I don't know if you have seen, there's this particular video that went viral on BBC after tech company ya AI US. Walitengeneza marobots zinakaa watu,
human beings.
Alafu wanapita pita hivi kwa arena. Yet time a game was going on. Everyone is like,
the only difference is vile wanatembea, or like the commands that
but wanakaa human beings.
I feel like AI inakuja ku eliminate so many things.
Nakwambia, and they look like human beings.
Like a workforce. They're literally doing even more than human beings in terms of job.
Imagine. The technology yenye iko saizi, itabidi tukue very careful. Anyway, so wakatengeneza robots na wakapeleka huko. Sawa sawa? Meeting ikahappen. Na sasa at least things were easy. Jol kwa napea hiyo robot command inafanya chenye anataka. So meeting ikaisha tena wakabaki na assistant. Assistant akamwambia I can see you followed my advice. Mwambia niliona cha alikuwa anasema ilikuwa ina make sense, but I hope you bringing this robot here will prove that I am not a robot. Sawa sawa, kwa sababu kama ningekuwa robot ningekuwa nikifanya hizo vitu zote zenye nafanya, but I can't do all these things. That's why I was sorting papers. Ako like okay, but then kweli in a way
makes sense.
Ina make sense. Tunaona yenyewe ni kweli you're not a robot. And it kept going on like that. Wanaendelea kufanya meetings, wana nini na robot iko tu hapo. That's after the meeting wanna have conversation na assistant. They became close na the assistant. Sawa sawa?
Okay.
So he gave a command. Sasa the owner akasema this robot nataka ipewe a familiar face. Sawa sawa? Na akasema nataka face ya assistant.
Okay.
On the robot. Alafu kumbuka juni robot ni kitu inaweza manipulatiwa. Akasema I want a friendly face, ndo hata ni feel comfortable akiwa around me.
Okay.
Akaambiwa sawa. Robot ikachukuliwa ikarudishwa, wakaenda sasa wakachukua dual assistant, wakajaribu kuchukua nini zake, facial nini, kila kitu, wakai replicate kwa the robot. Na wakairudisha. So assistant meeting inaendelea na angalia anaona uso yake yako. Okay. There is two of me now. But alikuwa sawa nayo, hakuwa na issue.
Okay.
So they kept on conversing. Sasa finally this guy opened up akamwambia my mom and my dad waliniambia nili grow up na a very rare condition. Sawa sawa? Now this rare condition is that I am allergic to human beings.
Jokes on who?
Uyo assistant ako. Allergic to human beings. Since when? How? Akaulizwa aje na assistant. Have you ever seen a doctor? Sasa there was this doctor who was on the payroll ya wazazi. So alikuwa anakuja anampea supplements kama vitamin C, vitamin A, alafu anamwambia hizo ni dawa za ku make sure that any small human interaction haitamwafect sana, lakini asijaribu ku risk. Ya wakati ni nini? Supplements.
Surely.
So akamwambia I even see a doctor, he comes in every once in 2 weeks, anakuja ananiletea some medicine just to make sure that I stay okay, but so this assistant was like, hey, allergic to human beings. Hata kama ni kutupima, wewe sema ukweli utaki kuongea na watu. Mwambie no. It's an actual thing. But I'm the first ever to have this condition and it is very rare.
Okay.
Hey, okay. So the assistant akakuwa kifanya research yake, akagoogle, haoni kitu,
nothing.
Anatafuta, haoni kitu. Anaona tu allergies za vitu kama proteins nini, but haoni allergy ya someone allergic to human beings, you know. So akafuatilia kuhusu this doctor. But this doctor mwenye anamtreat.
Okay.
Ndo akakuja kujua like walikuwa wanajua na kitambo sana na the parents of this guy. Na sasa akaona there's a very high probability, a very high one, wali collude pamoja ndo aweze kudanganya this guy. But kumbuka amebelieve. Na ameamini kabisa.
It's in his mind, so it's very hard to change.
Bas, anaamini kabisa mimi nikipatana na binadamu ni hivyo.
Gone.
Haya. So but the assistant kept quiet. The meetings kept happening, the meetings kept happening. Alafu one time kulikuwa na malfunction kwa robot. Sawa. So they had to bring it back ndo ikatengenezwa, ikarudishwa. And the meetings kept happening. So lakini sasa this time meetings happen, the assistant hakuwa na baki kuongea na the owner. Immediately after the meeting alikuwa anatoka.
Why?
Sasa the owner akajiuliza ni nini mbaya? Did I say something to offend her? Ama ni hiyo story ya kumwambia I'm allergic to human beings haniamini, anafikiria anadanganya, ama anafikiria probably mimi ni robot ama ni nini. It kept happening for a while. Akakuwa so curious. Ni nini na happen? Mbona haniongeleshi? Vile tuko tuna make conversations. Alafu unaona the fact that amekuwa in confinement for so long, hajakuwa akiongea na watu. So alikuwa ameona hapa nime make friend. So at least someone to talk to. Alafu mwenye nafikiria anaongelesha, haniongeleshi. Ni nini?
What's happening?
Hata akijaribu kumongelesha, anapata tu ametoka. Akashindwa, what's happening? The next meeting ikafika. As the meeting is going on, yata focus, anajaribu kuangalia assistant, anajiuliza kwani tuliko sana? Mbona hatuongei venye tulikuwa tunaongea immediately after the meeting? Hiyo kuniuliza maswali, try to catch up, ujue kama niko poa, nini kuni pressure nikuje kwa ofisi na sitaki kuja. Like alikuwa na miss ako kwa kusumbuliwa.
Like it's fun because alikuwa nayo before.
Exactly. Sasa nakumbuka robot tu inamsaidia. So the moment walikuwa hiyo robot ilikuwa inamsortia papers ndo impe. Akaguzwa, akasikia ni warm. Akapanic kwanza. Okay. Kwanza alisimama akasonga kando, akaambia hao watu kwa meeting, this robot is malfunctioning. Iko warm, haifai kuwa warm. It's supposed to be cold as ice. So the robot akamwambia it's not a robot, it's me. Mwambia you who? Me the assistant.
So amekuwa na assistant.
Kumbuka malfunctioning happen, alienda ka swap places na robot. So this whole time amekuwa have meetings nini, it has been the assistant, the actual human. And the robot ndio imekuwa the other side. Ndio maana inamaliza kazi yake inaenda, haiko programmed kuongea na mtu na kupiga story. So akamwambia mimi nimekuwa nawe for approximately 21 days.
21 days.
Na hujakuwa mgonjwa, so you're not allergic to humans. My parents told me, hadi anaanza kusikia ni kama anaanza kupata hysteria. Mwambie wewe relax, tumekuwa nawe 21 days au hujakuwa na hysteria, mbona uanze kuwa na hysteria saa hizi? Mwambie you're not allergic to human beings. Sasa ako in panic mode. Anashindwa what happens now? Kumwambia kwanza wewe you'll be fired the moment nime relax vizuri na my mind is at ease, unatoka uende. So kwanza the guy akaja isolate kidogo. So daktari alikuwa anakuja na dawa zake za kawaida, supplements compare. Ati
msichana alikuwa shaona hizi ni
alikuwa amejua kuna kitu mahali. So daktari kukuja, the guy akamwambia nimekuwa na human interaction. Daktari akamwambia, "Are you feeling okay? Unajua unaweza kufa twende hospitali niko." Mbaya cha kunidanganya. It has been 21 days and I've been in contact with a human being. Nothing has happened to me. Now I need you to tell me the truth. Na sasa the doctor akaopen up akamwambia, "Your parents walini hire na wakaniambia I need to make you believe that human beings, you're allergic to human beings." Kwa sababu when they had something, everyone was for them. But when they had nothing, hakuna mtu alikuwa anataka kuassociate now. And they didn't want you to face the same thing that they faced. Sawa sawa. And that is why walikuwa wananiambia mimi nifanye hivyo. I had to play part. And I needed to play that role of deceiving you. And the guy was wise enough, and this is what he said. Akasema, "I am not my parents.
I am me.
I am not my parents. I am not what they went through. I won't have the same interactions. Juu wao wali have interactions in that way with people. That doesn't mean I'll also interact with people in the same way. We all have different stories. We all have different paths to walk on. Probably they met the wrong people. Mimi labda nitapata a better person, probably will take even this company global. Sawa sawa? Na sasa akasema hata kama right now my parents are dead, I cannot reprimand them in their death, but what I do, I forgive them. But from henceforth, tafadhali, I have the freedom to live and go live my life." Sawa sawa? And the next meeting alitokea kwa boardroom.
Nice.
Everyone was shocked.
Okay, like,
aya, kumbe ulikuwa human being. You are not an AI. Now the lesson from that is, you're not your parents. You're not your siblings. You're not your friends. You're not the people around you. You are you. You're going to have a different experience to share. You're going to have a different story to tell. And just because your parents walked in a certain path doesn't mean necessarily you'll walk down that path. Kama they made a certain mistake doesn't mean that they're mistakes.
Make the same mistake.
Sawa sawa? Everyone has their own path to follow. Everyone has their own battles to fight. Everyone has their own story to tell. Sawa sawa? So don't feel like you're limited to what your parents went through. Ati because a certain bad thing happened, that means pia it'll happen to you as well.
No, it won't.
Hakuna mali imeandikwa ati lazima utafuate hiyo njia.
And we keep saying, hata kama you guys are twins, you won't follow the same path.
Exactly.
You might have the same face. You might have the same blood.
The same height.
But you're not going to follow the same path. Kila mtu anakuanga na path yake enye God anakuanga amemwekea. Kila mtu anakuanga na destiny yake na future yake enye God anakuanga amemwekea. If you feel like That's why we keep saying, do not compete with anyone.
Do not.
Don't compete with anyone. Don't be jealous because someone else is doing something.
Yeah.
Acha wanatakana kukuinspire, wanatakana kufanya unaona that, kama yamefika hapo, it means that I can also do it. But on my own path. Si sasa, pia mimi nataka kufanya kenye amefanya. It means that I'm also able to do what I want to do, but in my own path.
Na kama unaochigi tracks, hizi marathons zenye who happen. Mtu anakuanga disqualified for stepping kwa track ya mwingine. Like unapewa your track and you need to follow it till the end. Sawa sawa? The moment umekanyanga track ya hata kama ni steps mbili, you're disqualified hata kama ulikuwa umeshinda. So that should also inafaa pia kwa lesson. Baki kwa track yako. Fuata tu.
And that is your path. Make sure that you are able to follow your path very well.
Till the end.
That's the Tegasikio for today.
Absolutely.
Tutumie feedback yako katika 0721 105 105 23814 or MBCI TV Facebook page on the comment section and also on YouTube and MBCI TV official YouTube page on the YouTube. So, tunaingia kwa mitindo. Today we are talking about wall art. Alafu we'll be getting some promos so that you can also get to know what programs you're airing on MBCI. Then we'll be coming back with the guests that we are having today. Usiende mbali, we'll be coming right back. Dun, dun, dun.
Wall Wall art refers to any type of artwork or decoration that is designed to be hung or displayed on a wall. Hii inaweza include a wide range of artistic expressions kama vile paintings, posters, prints. Kwanza, kuna wall paintings au murals. It's a form of artistic expression that involves creating paintings directly kwa surface ya wall. Unaweza ifanya ukitumia various mediums including paint, chalk, charcoal, or any other materials. Na inaweza kuwa applied to a wide range of interior and exterior surfaces. Wall paintings serve decorative, aesthetic na hata functional purposes. Wall paintings zinaweza add character and personality to a space, transforming wall plane iwe unique na a captivating focal point. Pili, framed photos, which are a popular na a timeless way to display and preserve cherished memories, artwork, or photography. Zina consist of a photograph enclosed within a frame yenye iko made up of various materials kama wood, metal, au plastic. Framed photos serve both decorative and sentimental purposes. Whether you're preserving family history, showcasing your photography skills, au kuongeza character to your living space, framed photos remain a timeless na sentimental choice. Tatu, wall poster ambayo ni a printed image or artwork yenye iko designed to be displayed on a wall. Posters ziko typically made of paper or any other lightweight materials na zinaweza feature a wide range of subjects including art, movie or music icons, educational content, and more. Wall posters ziko affordable na ni a versatile way to add decoration na personalization to a living space. Wall posters ziko popular na a versatile form of wall art yenye inakubali watu waweze kuexpress interest, taste, and creativity yao. Ni wall prints ambayo ni a type of wall art yenye ina involve to reproduce images or artwork on various mediums kama paper, canvas, or fabric to be displayed on walls. These prints can feature a wide range of subjects, styles, na themes, na ni a popular choice for decorating homes na any other interior space. Wall prints can be an affordable and customizable way to add visual interest and personalization to a room. Wall prints offer a versatile and customizable way to enhance your walls. Tano, kuna wall sculptures, which are three-dimensional art pieces that are designed to be mounted or hung on walls. Zinaweza tengenezwa from various materials including metal, wood, ceramics, glass, au mixed media, na zinakuja in a wide range of styles and sizes. Wall sculptures add depth, texture, and visual interest to interior spaces, making them a captivating form of wall art. Kama unatafuta a striking focal point kwa nyumba yako, or a conversation starter, au njia ya enhance the ambience of a room, wall sculptures offer an array of artistic possibilities. Wall art is not merely decoration, it is a means of self-expression, storytelling, and creating an inviting and engaging atmosphere. It plays a vital role in transforming a room from a space into a personalized and meaningful environment, reflecting the taste, memories, na creativity ya watu wanaoishi kwa hii space. Whether you're seeking beauty, inspiration, or functionality, wall art offers endless possibilities for enhancing your living space. Ni hayo tu ndani ya Mitindo leo, na mimi Sylvia Wanja. Tupatane wiki ijayo. Kwaheri. For startups and magnates,
the best way of marketing is by word of mouth. So the best way to encourage word of mouth is proper execution.
Taking risks, that one is inevitable. That is the first initial thing that you need to have.
Join us as we explore the exciting world of entrepreneurship, innovation, and business strategy.
You must do it with many people. You can't do it yourself. So you need to assemble a team that will deliver your vision and take the company to the next level.
Business Plus is your go-to source for expert advice, insider tips, and inspiring success stories.
The only way you can actually be able to solve problems faster is if you encounter many problems, so it becomes easier.
With me, Rachel Kahugu, every Monday at 7:30 p.m. Remember, business is more than meets the eye. The Virtuous Woman Show brings to you authentic stories from all women of all walks of life.
You start going to the bar to watch football.
Yes.
And it started just as going to watch football.
No, I was intentional.
Why do you want to kill these babies? And I'm looking at him and I'm asking, what babies?
Through their experiences, we are able to enlighten and encourage each other.
He strangled me, pushed me to the ground, and the first thing he asked for was my M-Pesa PIN.
He proposed, and that's when I said,
people will come to understanding and knowledge that this one, she's not just a religious woman. Yeah. She's a called woman.
Catch the Virtuous Woman Show every Sunday from 6 p.m. with Sheila Juma. Experience a journey of spiritual elevation and immerse yourself in the most uplifting worship moments. Watch the best of worship culmination every Saturday from 3 p.m. to 5:30 p.m. It's an awe-inspiring event featuring anointed worshippers and going beyond the studio to connect with young souls eager to embrace the divine presence in educational institutions. Get ready to elevate your spirit and embrace the true essence of worship with Maria Omondi and her incredible team of worshippers. Are you ready to unlock the secrets behind successful career choices? Join us for an eye-opening journey as we delve deep into the minds of professionals from various career fields.
So what is your take on employment?
I think that employment has been misdefined.
Don't miss the insights and the knowledge that will equip you for your success. Meet the HR every Friday from 8:30 p.m. with Sylvia Wanja. And remember, there is no luck in career, but it's an opportunity meets preparation.
Yo, my people! Kicheko dawa tunakuletea season 3.
Kizungumkuti yosi. Sielewi baba.
Aisha. Nitapumzika. Coming to you on MBCI TV, this time more interesting and more fun. With new segments like Precious Moments, music of your own choice, na pia maswali moto moto.
Nikikumbuka nitakwambia.
Join me Precious every Wednesday from 8:30 p.m. Kicheko ni dawa.
Yes. Yeah, we are back after we've had the Mitindo. na najua kwamba sasa umejua si kila kitu inawekwa kwa wall.
Yes.
Tafadhali ukipata guitar kwa wall, ukipata whatever it is unaweka kwa wall. Now Sylvia has told you what you're supposed to do.
Yes.
Unatakana
there's a posters, ma prints, ma wall art, ma sculptures yenye ina suit your wall. Kumbuka the main goal ni ku make sure ina suit the entire decor yenye iko kwa nyumba yako. Usiweke tu for the sake of isikae ni kama ulikota tu kitu keka hapo, you know. Ikae wacha complement the decor in your house.
All right.
Yes.
Now we want to get into the topic of discussion that we had last week.
Yes.
And I'm really eager to see how this discussion itaisha. And we already have our guest in the house today. We're talking to Pastor Alex.
Yes.
And tutakuwa recap for those who weren't here last week, the dilemma that we had last week. But we don't have so much time because tutakuwa na hii discussion back around 9:20. But for now, let's get into some of the feedback. Tutasoma tu kama mbili so that we can have enough time for this particular discussion. So let's get into the feedbacks za Tegasikio so that we see what you guys have to say about the Tegasikio of the day.
Nasema hashtag Tegasikio, great lesson, following my own track. Rosemina from Nairobi.
Asante sana Rosemina.
Thank you so much.
Niko na mwingine hapa anasema good morning Wanje Mkahugu.
Good morning.
Anasema nawaambie Tegasikio ina ajabu hata kama okay. Sio Signet inasumbua Scan TV.
Scan tena.
Yeah, Scan tena. Asante sana but tunasema umesikia in part. So God bless you. Anaitwa Florence Washira from Buruburu. Anasema tubarikiwe for the good work. So what you can do Florence, we are also live on Facebook and on YouTube. So kama hujapata Tegasikio vizuri unaweza rudi tu nyuma kidogo but sai because we're getting into an amazing discussion. So later you can go back and skiza to the Tegasikio vizuri and it has an amazing lesson. Niko na mwingine hapa meanwhile as we work on that. Anasema good morning.
Good morning.
Anaitwa Victor kutoka Eldoret. Anasema thank you for the Tegasikio. I have learned that I am running my own race na sishindani na yeyote.
Yes.
God bless you Wanja. Watu wenye nakuitanga Wanja.
Wanja, where do you know me from?
Where do you know her from?
Wanja na Sly.
Yeah, na Sly. They know you from somewhere. Ibu kubalini tu kutuambia.
Yeah.
Yeah. Naona mwingine ametuma hapa ujumbe but it's something totally different. On Fridays ndio tunakuanga na waimbaji in the house. So we'll see what we'll do about that. Masilini Minza from Kisumu anasema praise the Lord loved ones.
Amen.
Anasema mnapendeza sana. Anasema Tegasikio moto. Asante Masilini Minza, God bless you. Salimia watu wa Kisumu sana.
Yes. Kuna moja pala anasema very true, people are failing because of kuishi life ya wengine. Live your own life and believe God has a great plan for you. Albanas Mwangi from Kirinyaga.
Asante sana Albanas.
Yes, thank you so much. Alafu kuna ingine as parents we should feed our kids with the true means about life. Let's not forget every human being was created by God for each other through our uniquely gifted talents as tools of help. What separates us is our understanding and our behavior towards our purposes. Ngari Merit from Sipili. Thank you so much.
Asante, God bless you.
Yes.
In the left from your side.
Kama kime
okay, anasema hapa good morning.
Yes.
Anasema the daily Tegasikios, they help me to grow in my everyday life. I am learning a lot. Asante. Anaitwa Kate kutoka Kasarani. Wacha nimalizie na huyo because of time.
Okay.
Naona ni kadhaa zinaingia but I'm sure you guys will love the discussion that we are having today. Now, we had a dilemma last week. And it created such a huge discussion. Hatukuweza kumaliza. We were hoping that we'd be able to come up with a conclusion for the discussion. But kama imekuwa tricks because everyone was having their own decisions. Kila mtu alikuwa na maoni yake. So we decided that we are going to be having a man of God today and we can talk about the same. Today we are having Pastor Alex Maina. We've had him here before mara kadhaa, mara mingi sana, si mgeni hapa, and all of you mnamjua. He's a pastor at Deliverance Church and he's wearing very many hats. Apart from being a pastor, he's also a psychologist. And today I'll just give him the honors ya kufanya the whole introduction so that you can tell us about everything that you do. But we are so glad to have you here. Thank you for coming.
I really appreciate it.
Hapo umekuja kusolve kesi. Ni kama tuko kotini leo.
Kesi moto sana.
I really appreciate for the feedback we always get. Tukuja hapa tunapata very positive feedback. Kwamba I didn't know this, now I know this. Not only from me, but from other panelists that you always bring on board. Lakini kwangu, as a person, I really appreciate for this honor. It's a platform that I would not like to miss. I'll look for time.
We also love having you here.
But after time, you know, I'm also working as a public servant. Maybe you don't know this. Through Her Excellency, the Governor of Nakuru, I'm now in charge of the youth, sports, talent, and resource mobilization.
Amazing.
And that's a great honor because we have an agenda for the young people in our county. You know, almost about maybe half of the population is youth, and the governor has a plan, not like for the next 2 or 3 years, but to plan the future for tomorrow's generation by empowering young people. And we're exactly doing that through sports, through talents, and through other equipment. And you love Nakuru. In the next few years, you really love Nakuru. And the young people will really enjoy. We're also partnering with Apostle Command and Kingdom Innovation in other areas, especially in empowering our young people. There's a good plan, and I thank God for His grace. So I've just done my first introduction. I'm a chief officer in the county government of Nakuru. Definitely, I'm married to Patricia. We are blessed with 4 kids. I'm doing parceling. I'm doing business. But I can do things.
Psychologist. So many hats. You know what I love about what you said about the young people is that now we are having a man of God who understands the youth, leading the youth. Because it's usually very hard when you're having someone who's in the secular world trying to lead the youth into Christ. You know, it makes sense. So we really love the fact that we have someone who can now understand us, leading us. And we really thank God for that.
Good plans on improving our TVETs, education schools. Definitely, everyone who is in leadership, from pastors to parents, need to have an agenda for the young people. If you lose the young generation,
that's it.
Atuna future.
You've lost a whole generation.
Atuna future. We need also to empower them with skills, because even in terms of human resource, in the next few years there will be the only human resource available. So without being well empowered, we may not even have a good human resource for our companies, for our nation. So I did thank God for the opportunity I've been given by Her Excellency.
Nakuru looks good in the future. You're already seeing the lights.
By the grace of God.
By the grace of God. Sasa, hapa last week Tuesday kulikuwa kumewaka moto.
Hata jana karibu kuwake tena.
Jana karibu. We were having that discussion with Sly jana. Jana we were having that discussion with Sly, and you were just mentioning what we'll be talking about today. But it almost ended up being a whole discussion. Now, last week we had this person who texted us. Tulikuwa tumempea jina gani? Anthony. Yes, Anto, because you just gave him a name deal, you know. We don't want to mention names. So Anthony amejua this lady for a long time. So Anthony was working in a company, and he needed some help ya hii kampuni ya career yake. So Anthony has another friend, tumuite Eric. So Eric is a business person. So Anthony akaenda kumuomba msaada because for whatever help he needed ya career yake. But now his friend hakukuwa anajua what to do. But anajua msichana mwenye anajua hii mambo vizuri, a very sharp lady mwenye amekuwa into business, anajua career yake vizuri, so akamleta ndo asaidie Anthony. So they met. This is where Anthony and this lady, tumuite Kate, they met. So they met, they talked for some time. Kate akasaidia Anthony alikuwa msaidie, and after some time they started getting close, wakajuana, they even started dating. So during their talks, this lady akaambia Anthony, by the way, it was on a Sunday, and now Anthony was telling the lady waende church. Kate akaambia Anthony, mimi for the last 5 years sijaenda church, but ni juu ya job inakuanga tight sana, so najikuta sijaenda church for some reasons za kazi. But hata siku yenye sijaenda job, I prefer just staying at home, because you know, ilifika mahali nika lose touch na kanisa, juu sijaenda for a long time. Kitambo nikiwa mtoto tulikuwa tunaendanga na my parents, but nowadays I just don't go to church. Anthony didn't have a problem. Once in a while alikuwa anajaribu kumpeleka but hakuwa manage. So it got to a place that their relationship imeenda to the next level and now they want to get married. Akampeleka nyumbani. Anthony akapeleka Kate nyumbani. And Kate met the parents, they talked, they had some meal, wakatoka. But akitoka, mama ya Anthony akamwambia kuna kitu nimerealize na msichana. Anaendanga kanisa kweli. Kuna vile tu hata akiongea
you can tell
hana Mungu uko ndani, like she's not mentioning church, she's not mentioning mambo ya fellowship or anything. So akamuuliza this lady anaendanga kanisa. So Anthony aka-explainia the mom, and the mom was so furious. Akamwambia, in this house you are not bringing anyone who is not born again, anyone who doesn't go to church. Mimi nimekuraise vizuri because I am a woman mwenye anaendanga, a Proverbs 31 mwenye anaendanga kanisa. So I don't want you to raise your kids with a mom who doesn't go to church.
Okay.
So Anthony is asking, niachane na msichana juu hajaokoka according to my mom, ama niachane tu na mama yangu niendelee na this particular marriage?
Maybe based on what you have said, there's two things I can quickly maybe pick. Hii mambo, it happened in the first meeting. Like there was only one meeting. Anthony amekuja na this lady. Na mamake amesikia madam haidagi church. Na maybe akajam or something like that. I would have wished if the mom could have given it more time and sat with Anthony and sat with people like us here and talk about it. Because in that one the mom can be very wrong.
About what?
About why people don't go to church. Some people have been, there has to be a reason why. Some people don't go to church. Kuna wengine waende kanisa kwa sababu maybe they are not born again. Maybe si watu wa Mungu, basically hawajakutana na the gospel. That's one side. Kuna watu ambao, like I think I met a lady about 2 weeks ago, a few weeks ago. Akaniambia yeye alikuwa wa church na haendangi church sasa.
Sasa hiyo ndio case.
I think what we need to do, especially when we're talking about our children and about things to do with life, let's not rush. Tusikuwe na biobio, hata kama ni mzazi, hata kama ni mchungaji, usikimbilie mambo. Kwanza sijui kama ushaona kesi hata dogo yenye unawezaona kama unajua answer ikienda kotini.
Something small limekuwa magnified.
You know, Jesus alisema hivi, the sons of this world are wiser than the people of the kingdom. I'm telling the guys of the kingdom, give things time, talk about it. Basically hakuna vitu zinakuwa na answer yes, you know, like you want to just yes or no. Some things needs to be discussed before you come to a conclusion. Unakuta kwa other issues, yes can be a correct answer and even no can be a correct answer. But it comes after a discussion. Sasa nikikupeleka kotini sahi, umeiba simu yangu na uko nayo hivi, nikupeleka kwa judge, I'm very sure the judge hatasema rudisha hiyo simu. Utakuta hiyo kesi kumeitwa witnesses, evidence inatafutwa, hiyo simu yako ni meki gani, a lot of things whereby you even think watu wana waste time. They're not wasting time. They just want to get the real issue as to why things happened the way they happened. So what the mother could have done, jamaa amekuletea a lady who is not born again, at a haidagi church, whatever the read would be. The mother, msichana aende. Simefika wakati wa kwenda na ameambia bye. Then the mother, from a very sober platform. I'm saying that because being with a marital experience, I know some people who have even died after committed suicide, after parents came in hand to stop something. Wengine tunaambia usiwe, hata wengine hata usiwe mtu fulani, usifanye hivi, usifanye hivi. So the mother is supposed to come as a mother. You mentioned she is Proverbs that one, I doubt.
Kuna mahali amekosea.
Because that's not how parents act. Parents are not supposed to react. They're supposed to act, and maybe before the guy gets married, maybe there was a kind of communication first. Na kwe empower that gentleman. On the other hand, when we are talking of marriage, marriage is a very big and wide subject. Sio kitu nasema kwamba huyo hajaokoka sio wewe, huyo ameokoka aoe. I think what I know today, and I know even the person who is watching, and even the other person who is watching, tumefunganisha watu kwa makanisa. watu wameokoka vizuri kabisa, watu ambao hawako na yani hawakai kama wako na issues. Walikuwa wanakaa very smart. Unaona wewe living yako smart. Ndaje tu mambo ya mengara. Na do you speak in tongues? Yes. Do you do this? Yes. Umeokoka miaka ngapi? Yes. Umeokoka miaka ngapi? Do you fast? Do you know fasting? Do you know the scriptures? And then we bring them to the altar that tunawapeana into marriage. Then after even I know of some people born again, actually even of a clergy. So some guy was a pastor, got married, akaenda honeymoon na hakurudi na huyo wife. So the marriage is not something
like 2 weeks.
No, actually it was about 2 days later. Really? Seriously. You know, and as Christians, let us not hiding your hand in the sand. When you're dealing with issues, especially about life, discuss them, empower your young people, empower them well. Usiangalie umeokoka na umeokoka
sawa
wapipete
very fast.
It's not like that. It's not like that. Actually, knowledge is very, very important in marriage. Knowledge is, I'm not saying salvation is not. Salvation is very key. Salvation is actually the will of God is for all men to be saved. So maybe that may not be the needed discussion. The will of God is for all men to be saved. Now, for why somebody is not going to church, salvation and going to church, again, they are two different things. So I wish the mother would have stayed a while na huyu madam for like a weekend.
But remember what you've said about salvation and going to church, they are different things.
They are connected. They're connected. But I'm just saying, what I'm saying, my point is, send it to the church. I'm saying there are some people who may not be going to a particular church for a reason or the other. Mtu alikuwa sawa, alikuwa member wa church, then something happened. Something happened. Kama the lady I was talking to you about, waligundua something not right in the life here. They are man of God. The man of God did something in their family. It was not really right. Ndio unasikia paka unastuka. So this Karedi being young anashindwa sasa is this around your pastors in your church. So from that angle akajitouch. So where's mjudge huyo anahitaji kusaidiwa actually instead of judging that person because anahitaji kurudi church anyway lakini anahitaji kusaidiwa kwa sababu mtu ameumia. Ni mtu ako hurt na maybe than the church family. Just like unaweza kuta mtoto ametoka nyumbani akiwa hurt na the parent the family. So unafaa kumsaidia kurudi rather than maybe. So I'm saying that issue is supposed to be discussed more. So salvation is very very important. Faith is very, very important. But above faith, people should be empowered into what they are getting into. Even ni biashara, si tumeona Wakristo wameanza biashara ikaanguka. Nani ataka kuanza biashara unainua mkono. Kweli you have a desire, you even have a vision to start a business. Lakini unadhani business tu ni capital paka unakuja unaambia Pastor Alex niko na 1 million ya kwanza biashara. Biashara gani? Ya kuuza nguo. Unaombewa uanze biashara. Unaingia town unakuta uko different rules. That you have never seen. I wish you were empowered. I wish you were empowered. Marriage is like you're driving something. It's like you're driving a car. So whereby beyond salvation you're supposed to go to a driving school. Ndio ufunze kuendesha hii gari. Na pia on the other hand, gari wakati mwingine as much as salvation is important, hata mtu mwenye hajaokoka anaweza endesha gari. You know, tulikuwa tunafanya some research about people who are in church. You sample 20 who are not in church. Sisemi watu ambaya, nasema tu just people who are not in church. Unakuta watu wengine na kuna watu ambao hawako church for maybe in the nature of their work. Mwingine ni askari, mwingine you know, unakuta wengine hapati hiyo nafasi ya kwenda kanisani. You can be shocked how many people who are struggling in their marriages, even as husband and wife in church. Na wengine huko nje
wako sawa.
They don't even have a Bible lakini wako sawa.
Why is that?
I'm talking of empowerment. You know wakati let me just give you something from a good illustration. Shetani wakati watu wa Israeli walikuwa kutoka Misri. The Pharaoh alisema hivi endeni lakini muache vitu zingine nyuma. lakini thank God for Moses. You know, Moses was very wise. Moses alisema
hakuna kitu.
Sasa sisi watu walienda marriage, kuna vitu waliacha nyuma mingi. They just looked at the wedding day. Especially now.
That's it.
Especially actually huyo mama pengine anasema na watu watasema aje wakisikia ameoa mtu mwenye hajaokoka. You know all that. You know, you're just carried away by the wedding day, by neighbors, rather than looking at your very family and empowering your children.
You know, you think that, and I'm remembering there's a man of God who said at young couples when they get into marriage, before when all they're ever talking about is the wedding day. The wedding day.
Not after, but
alafu kishaingia kwa nyumba wana kitu ya kuongelea te, hey, otherwise they don't have anything else to talk about.
Ama hawana nini. Me, I'm telling you, we need to look at marriage in a very na lenses zingine. Lenses zingine. Definitely we look at salvation, but we get these people very empowered into what they're getting into. Being a wife or being a husband, those are not just English words. Those are job descriptions. Na anybody mwenye amepata kazi fulani na hajui job description yake atames kwa hiyo kazi. Ndio maana watu wana mess. Actually the devil may be in the details, but it's not as you think, my people, and all that. We have people who are so unskilled in how to relate with their wives, in how to relate with their husbands, in how to relate with their children. They are so unskilled. So ukiingia tu pale, the first day, kila kitu imemess. Kila kitu because huyu aliingia kwa marriage na hakuchange from girl to
a woman.
You change from boy to husband. And husband has everything to do with provision, protection, guidance. Wife nae pale, then now you bring your proverbs.
The proverbs that you want.
But how many people did understand the responsibilities in that marriage? Very few people nakuta wanaingia kwa marriage wakijua the responsibilities. Pia wamebebwa na hiyo kitu inakaa kama raha. Tunaenda raha. Marriage is for companionship according to the Bible. Marriage has two purposes: companionship and procreation. That is Genesis for you. That's the God's order and God's plan for Adam and Eve. They were given walipatiwa kitu inaitwa marriage because God is the founder. So God is supposed to teach us and to guide us.
Also to teach us.
Yeah, it's supposed to be God. Sio sisi na ideas zetu.
What God is the founder, so then everyone who gets into marriage, they should be born again because God is the founder. I feel like hapo sasa ndio kumekuwa na issue because last week we had that. Watu wanasema that God is the founder of this institution of marriage. What do you mean you're bringing someone who's not born again or a believer?
I wish God is explained and also born again is explained because born again is an escape from God. In some people's lives. Some people are born again, they have no idea who God is. They're born again. How comes walienda kupigana nyumbani na ameokoka? They have no idea who this God. They don't even have a relationship with God. So they're born again. It's supposed to be very well understood. So you to Bwana Yesu, and then when you rush and say, kuokoka is a lifestyle. It's a complete change. Whereby even man being in Christ is a new creature. You are a new creature, and you are new. There are things that you cannot even say, there are things you cannot even do, and that's the God we are talking about.
I hope young people are following. I hope young people are following this.
God alitengeneza marriage kwa sababu ya number one, companionship. Alisema it's not good for man to be alone. That's actually the first introduction of the first explanation of what he was meaning by creating male and female as a family. Kasema he was alone. He was not lonely, by the way.
Was alone.
Again, that's also because some people are getting into marriage because they are lonely. Tunasikia tu niko peke yangu. Natafuta joto.
Ati baridi imekuwa mbaya sana.
Marriage is if lonely people get married, chances of separation are very high. Conflicts will start the other day. There's nobody who can fulfill your loneliness. Loneliness is an emotional problem.
So you have to sort it yourself. Deal with it.
You're supposed to be not lonely, but you're supposed to be complete alone. You are alone. Yani uko peke yako. Lakini hauna that emotional need. Eti kwamba you need somebody to come to pamper you to be okay. And that's what loneliness is all about. So Adam was not lonely. Adam was alone. Not only that he was alone, then akaletewa wife ndio wapate watoto, procreation. But that companionship has got to do with trust. People understanding the responsibilities. So it's not just companionship as tuingie kwa nyumba.
Twende.
Kuna vitu nyingi sana in that name companionship. Companionship. They are helping each other. One is leading, one is submitting, and submission is also very, very. It needs to be explained again. It's another whole topic. Sio eti mmoja anafinyilia mwingine.
Your story of submission will come to talk about.
But but what you're saying, marriage is supposed to be discussed. Supposed to be taught like a school. Mtu anafaa kwenda maybe for a year.
Now that you're saying marriage inatakana iwe discussed.
Yes.
Probably if kama kuna kitu kama hiyo, tell us, for people who are getting into this institution of marriage, what are you supposed to look for or to look, ama kuangalia sana in your partner before, ama ni nini unatakana consider in your partner before you guys?
Maybe a quick one. You're getting married to this gentleman, to this girl. That person need to be like whole. Yani I'm a mature, so to say. Let me try to define maturity. Spiritually, the spirit is born again. That's okay. That's okay.
That's very key.
It's very key for Christians because it's very key. It's very key. It's very key. But the guy is born again. But what work on spirit, soul, and body. Don't ignore the soul and the body in marriage.
Okay.
You may ignore it in other areas which you're not supposed to, but never ignore the soul and the body in marriage. Basically, actually, even the first thing, why do you get married? The first thing is attraction. So even before love comes in, is attraction. Attraction has nothing to do with your soul or with your spirit. It has to do with your eyes. But before you get there, so in the soul, there is the mind, the will, and the emotions. If those areas are not okay, that marriage will struggle.
You say the emotions, the mind, and
that's the soul. You know, I'm saying the marriage has everything to do with the body, spirit, body, and soul. So the guy will get married to you at your spirit, your body, and your soul. So kama tu alikuwa ameangalia nywele atakwama.
Shida mahali.
Unafaa kuangalia hizo vitu zote. Unafaa kuangalia the spirit. The spirit has everything to do with God. You not have a lot of control. Somebody submitted to God. To God. I mean, the spirit is born again. But then this person, akona soul, where we have the mind, the will, and the emotions. So we have the mind. The mind, ya kila mtu has been nurtured by the environment. There's a way the mind has been structured based on who brought you up, who you know, where did you go to school? You know, your mind has been. Let's say this person comes from a family that the father was abusive or the mother was abusive, or absence of the two. So the mind has already been structured in such a way. Maybe anachukia kitu fulani. Ameokoka kabisa, hata ni wakoa imagine. Lakini the mind is set. The mind is set. Do you know everybody's mind is set? Everybody has a mindset concerning every issue. There's the way your mind is set concerning church. There's the way your mind is set concerning men, concerning women, concerning money, concerning Kenya, concerning even life, concerning health. Everybody's mind has been set. So who set that mind? That's very key. Maybe it was set by the wrong person. Ulienda kwa the wrong person, akaset hiyo nika kama alarm clock, akaset hiyo mind. So kuna mahali inaweza fika hiyo mind kumaanisha umeiset, kuna mahali inaweza fika react based on how it has been set. Kuna mind iko set kwamba ikisikia kelele based on how it was set when somebody was growing up. Ikisikia kelele ina react. Hata usije kama ushaona mahali somebody akotu mahali ana kitu inaanguka and we react differently. We react say hata ukasikia tu sauti fulani kitu imekuwa nyuma yetu koko. Unaweza kuta huyu ametoka na ameenda atashika kwenye tavern.
Akipotea.
Alafu huyu anasema tu nini naangusha huku. That's actually just an example of how your mind has been set by your environment. From the day you are born, your mind is set. So when you're getting married to somebody, there has to be a talk about how their mind is set. That's why counseling is very important. Counseling is very, very key in marriage. And serious counseling. Premarital? The serious one. And it is continuous. It is continuous.
Even after marriage?
Even after marriage. So counseling, so the mind. So in the mind, we have a will. The soul has the mind, the will, and the emotions. Those are very key. Actually, kama kuna pillars of marriage, ni hizo vitu. The mind and the will and the emotions. Those are very key.
Mind, will, and emotions.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. That's what is in your soul. So your will, you know, for marriage, you have to be strong-willed. You have to be strong. You know, you know, the only thing that comes kwa will ya marriage, sana sana ni pale kwa pastor anauliza ama father whatever. Ile I do is an act of the will. Do you take so and so to be your lovely wedded wife or husband? And then the guy explains their will. I do all I will. All I will. But that will is supposed to be very strong if you're getting into marriage. Because of marriage, you're getting into a person when and other challenges, not necessarily the person, even economic challenges. Unaweza ajiriwa na unaweza olewa na mtu pengine mkiwa na mali alafu kute after a while mmelusi hiyo mali yote. Something has happened. Unaweza olewa na mtu jambo litokee ampati watoto, unaweza olewa na mtu jambo litokee familia yao ikuchukie, familia yao ikupende, accident itokee, God forbid, but those things happen. So the will must be very strong. And will has to be locked into that marriage. Kwamba outside things are not supposed to affect your marriage. But it's an effect in today's life. Then the emotions. Without somebody with intelligence on the area of emotions, that marriage may not survive. Because people are emotional beings. We relate emotion. At a time, we are just relating emotionally. Hata wakati niliingia pale, there's a way I knew whether you want me here or not. And I was just leading your emotions. So without being emotional intelligence and you're getting into marriage, you have emotional challenges, you have outbursts of anger, you hate, you're jealous, you know, all those emotional things. You know, all that together. So you cannot control your lust, or you know, so people have lust instead of love, and those are just emotional challenges that can be helped by good training. They can be helped because training exposes you to who you are. The Bible says the word of God is a mirror. So you're taught, and then you see yourself, and you correct yourself. So that's the angle of the soul. Then the body again is very, very important also in marriage. The body is where we have the 5 common senses. You want to get married to somebody who can see you, you know, like somebody who can see you, and they can, you know, they can see you, they can, I don't want to say they can like taste you, or they can, they can hear you, they're good listeners, they can smell you, they can touch you, all that has to do with the body and the 5 common senses. So I'm saying lack of maturity in those areas is a kuna challenge kwa hiyo union. So basically what we are saying, that people need to be taught before they get into this thing we are calling marriage. When we to be taught. The Bible says about the husband that whoever is not able to feed their own family. So huyu hafai kukua kwa doa mwenye hana plan, hana fomu. And this is actually even before you're getting. I'm not saying that you have land, you have houses, you have money, but unafaa kuwa na form fulani.
You know, you say I love what you've said, that a man who's not able to feed their family,
it's in the Bible somewhere,
but not in terms of shika, in terms of a man who doesn't have a vision.
It's about vision. It's not about
vision to work, but not monetary value.
1 Timothy 5:8. But if anyone does not provide for his own, and especially for those of his household, he has denied the faith and is worse than an unbeliever.
Worse than an unbeliever.
Yes. Yes, that this person is worse. Anybody who does not provide. And provide is not food. Provide is not food. Kuna watu wanakurushia chakula and you can even in a supermarket, but you don't have. He's not. Bado hajakuwa husband as much as an provide. Provision is not about buying your phone. Provision is broad. You provide protection. You provide security. Si kuweka watchman. Security is not about the watchman. It's whereby, especially ladies would like to feel secure in this relationship. They want.
I don't have to keep questioning.
They like that kind of honesty. Inapeana security, whereby wewe si mtu wajulikani, julikani unaenda wapi, unatoka wapi. So but I'm saying this guy, he is able to provide for his own. He's able to provide for his own.
Yeah.
So that is the gentleman. So before we get guys to get to marriage, they need to pay for how they're going to provide. Wasema tunajua God atafanya. That's okay. That's okay.
Mimi nangoja tu Mungu.
That's okay. God, lakini God anatupatia visions, God anatupatia ideas. Please, can you just tell that lady what plan you have, what you plan you have, and then huyu afunzwe on how to be the Proverbs that one woman. Yeah, Proverbs that one woman. By the Proverbs that one woman, the story was the mother talking to King Lemuel. So the gentleman is already a king. For you cannot have a Proverbs that one woman if you're not a king.
So you have to be. You can't have a Proverbs that one woman
if you're not a king.
If
you're not a king. But basically, every lady can become a Proverbs that one woman. But they have to be the wife of the king. The king is not given to wine. The king hata yameelezwa hapa, my son Lemuel, usikue mtu wa pombe. Na pombe does not necessarily mean pombe. Pombe inamaanisha ulevi. Unaweza kuwa mlevi hata wa pesa, unaweza kuwa mlevi wa maneno, unaweza kuwa mlevi wa tabia, unaweza kuwa tu mlevi tu. But the king is a stable person on a throne, giving direction, giving leadership, protecting a territory. So that is the king who is now able to make the wife a Proverbs that one woman. And the wife, the Proverbs that one woman, unakuta na yeye pia, they are working together. Ati anaona land.
It's a collaboration.
So it's a union. The two become one. The two become one. So anaona land, anakuja ananunua. Alafu hiyo lady akona skills nyingi. Because skills is where we are failing. Unakuta skills, knowledge and skills where we are failing. Huyu mama Proverbs that one woman akona a lot of skills. Apaka akona skills inside the house and outside the house. Even on how they relate with the neighbors. Even how he relates with the children and the husband. So there's a lot of skills involved in marriage. I wish we would talk about skills. Because I was suggesting Shetani aliambia watu wa Misri endeni lakini msiende na mara ambia msiende na wazee wenu, msiende na watoto, msiende na ng'ombe. I tend to think, I start to be corrected by you guys or by our viewer that tuliingia into marriage but we left skills. Endeni. Don't be skilled in anything. Hata ujui kupika, twende. Ujui kuongea na twende. You don't even know how to do a plan, small plan, even to plan food for a day. Even without plan, ukaambia tu wewe songa tu, utajua uko mbele. You cannot give somebody a car na hana plan ya kwenye anaenda, na plan ya how to navigate the roundabout. So there's some basic skills that people are supposed to have before they get into marriage. That's why you may look at salvation only. I'm not saying people should not look at salvation, but look at salvation plus.
Let's not talk about someone who has all these other things. Akona skill, and there's something I'll ask about the skills. There's a discussion we had about education, where maybe a gent or a lady who they're getting into marriage, but that's another discussion. Sasa, for a lady or a gent, mwenye akona hizi vitu zingine zote, probably amework on his emotions, skills ako sawa, the body, the soul and the mind. Okay. Kwa spirit acha tuache kidogo. So ikiwa kona hizi vitu zote, but haendangi kanisa, like salvation wise.
Use another word except kwenda kanisa.
Okay.
Use this person is not born again.
Yes, he's not born again.
Hataki story ya Jesus. That's what you're talking about.
But even without kutaka story ya Jesus, let me just ask you. I had this question. Someone who says, I am born again, I don't have an issue na story ya God ama Jesus, nile I don't feel like kwani lazima twende church. Is that someone that you'd be able to change? Is that someone that you'd consider getting married to? As much as
the angles of changing a person are different, because definitely you need God to help you to change somebody. Definitely, if you're not married yet, and you want to get married, and you are part of my church or your church, definitely things to do with faith are things that you need to look at. That this person is a person of faith. Is a person of faith. But that faith inafaa kuchimbwa. Si kusema unamwona akiimba vizuri ndio anakuwa kasha pale kwa mlango. That is not faith. And this is what the lady is talking about. That's not faith. That is what faith. Even a Satanist can come na lakini ni mbwa mwitu. Salvation was never about what somebody is saying, what somebody is doing in church. It was never about that. Seriously, it was never about that. Salvation is you being born. It's actually 24/7. It's a lifestyle. Until you dig to that lifestyle, that's when you're supposed to judge kwamba huyu mtu ameokoka ama hajaokoka. Kuokoka si kitu eti anafanyaga Sunday. But now some people are just carried away. Anakujaga kanisa. Hapana. Please, I wish you could go beyond that. You could go beyond. Actually I'm short of saying kuna watu tutapata binguni na hawakuwa wa church. Yani as in hawakuwa wanaenda church yenu. Kama walikuwa wanaenda church yenye hufadhani ni church. Halafu ukute wa church yetu wenye unasema Alex hayuko huko. Alex hayuko huko. Na kumbe hiyo ndio kuzuia. Maybe even associating business with somebody. You know, you have crazy people here. Unakuta watu wanasema kwamba siwezi fanya biashara
mwenye hajaokoka.
Halafu huyu mtu anabebwa na ndege akienda mahali ya mtu mwenye hata gari, hata mathiri, hata banki anaweka pesa yani hata soko, hata supermarket.
Na haujui kama ameokoka.
A lot of wisdom is needed in life. Out of wisdom is needed. You need to be very wise. You need to be very, very, very wise. Kwamba when you come to making your life decisions, you have to be very, very knowledgeable. Very knowledgeable. There's some people who don't even believe that I'm supposed to work where I'm working in. Based on the book they read, which is some Bible maniflani. You know, we need to be very, very wise. Very wise. So skills are very important, and what we are calling church, it needs to be very well explained. Very well explained. So uliona pastor fulani alidunga mke wake kwa kisu kwa madhabahu. So now explain that in relation to what you're talking about.
Yeah, it's true.
Was he not a pastor? Yes, he was. Was she not a pastor's wife? Yes, she was. But then there's some other angles that were not really looked at. Sasa hiyo watu wako na mashida huku Nakuru na kutoa wengi ni born again. Wako na mashida yani relational problem, whether it's a family relationship or other relationships. What we are saying, people need to grow in their level of relationships. Useme kwamba hata ukimaliza kuokoka tu, especially being in the youth, we are not, those who are not married, kisha maliza tu kuokoka, pia soma vitu fulani ndio uweze mature in every area of your life. You can be whole in every area of your life, especially our emotions, especially our mindset, what we think is supposed to be. Definitely, the Bible is our book. I'm not going to another book. The Bible is basically our book. The Bible, or another book that would support what the Bible is saying. But we need to look at wisdom as a principal thing. Actually, that's what the Bible says again. It says Proverbs 4:7 that wisdom is a principal thing. Wisdom. This is maybe.
I am learning a lot.
Bona hakusema salvation is a principal thing. I'm not belittling salvation. Because that hakusema God is a principal thing.
It's actually true.
This is actually Solomon. He doesn't belittle God at all. But he's saying when it comes to some discussions, when you bring God as God, you may miss the whole thing. You may miss the whole thing. And that's what we miss sometimes. Nakuta mtu anakuambia mimi nimeokoka, unasema basi kama umeokoka leta hiyo 1 million. Kama umeokoka leta hiyo 1 million. Mkiwa mmeokoka hapa hakuna shida. Alafu kumbe ni mwizi amewatapeli nyinyi.
Basi naende na pesa.
Kuokoka. But even the convent today, they love that language ya kuokoka. They start with that testimony. Hallelujah, Bwana asifiwe. Mungu ameniongelesha nikuje nikusaidie. Niko na deal yako mahali fulani, niko na kitu yako mahali fulani. So we need to look beyond that. We need to research, who are you? Wewe ni nani?
Why you coming to us with?
Umetoka wapi? Hata mtu akikuja kuambia ati Mungu amemtuma. Ati sijui yako na wadi ya God yako.
Amekutuma lakini umetoka wapi?
Wale spidey senses zinamwangalia.
Chunguza kwanza umetoka wapi, kansa yako ni gani, unaitwa nani. Unakuta pengine hata kuna kitu kama hiyo ilikuwa ya Mungu. So even in serious things like marriage, we also need to look at what is this salvation that we're talking about. But salvation is very, very, I'm not saying, but wisdom is the principal thing. Wisdom, therefore get wisdom, and in all that you get understanding.
So with wisdom comes understanding.
Yeah, even according to the Bible, where it talks about a house, haisema marinajengwa na Bible. See the Bible is out of the picture, but it's actually talking about ni kama when you are learning science, hakuna malosomea scriptures, but science is very important, and also godliness is important in that and all that. So but anasema kwamba through wisdom a house is built. through wisdom, through wisdom, and through what? Through understanding, inakuwa established, and through knowledge. Actually, through wisdom, ndio nyumba zote zinakaa ziko na precious things. Through knowledge, it is established. Through understanding, inasimama. Actually, the three words that are used in building a house, building a marriage, is wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. Wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. So that's what we need to go for when you're teaching people about marriage. They need to get the knowledge that is needed, the understanding that is needed, and the wisdom that is needed. Knowledge actually is when you know the original truth concerning something. The original truth. And people need to know the original truth concerning marriage. The original truth. What is marriage? Where do we need to get into marriage? Then understanding is when you internalize that truth, that original. Unaikubali. Unasema, yes, this is it. This is what I'm going after. Then wisdom is when you apply what you have internalized. So and that's how marriages are built. That's how everything is built. Through knowledge, understanding, and wisdom. So I think that should be the topic in that family. Waita huo kijana. We talk about knowledge. Hata kuna kitu anaweza mwambia about the knowledge of marriage. Kijana mwenyewe aamue aseme kwamba I think that really is not the right
So si kumwambia tu achana wachana nayo. Okay.
Actually, do you know so many people wamepata watu wameokoka and they were given knowledge na wako moa na alikuwa ameokoka kabisa,
but there was something else.
Alikuwa amesema mimi ni nomenoki na Alex finya naongea in tongues finya na akiingia tu kwa church na kusikia nimeisha ameokoka kabisa, akiinua mikono when I see him my heart goes for half time.
What was that?
Wanaletwa kwa mkutano na wote wawili ni born again. Wote wawili ni born again. Wanapewa some knowledge, wanapewa some knowledge. Wakitoka pale msema
unaona kweli
he is born again.
Hapo kidogo
kuna shida mahali.
That's not supposed to be the discussion.
So ni apewe knowledge, then with that knowledge he'll decide for himself. We have so many angles of this. I have so many questions zenye nataka kuuliza, but time is really running. Acha niulize tu moja. No, I'll just ask to mwelekezi. 5 minutes. Thank you. Ametuongezea. Now, what about someone who knows they are unbelievers? You know, there are people wenye ninajua mimi sijakuwa for real. Sijaienda kanisa, wazazi wangu wako nipeleka kanisa, so I know I'm an unbeliever. But I've met a believer. We love one another, we'd want to get into marriage. So for this believer and unbeliever, how are they supposed to go about it? Kila kitu ingine iko sawa, we've looked at everything else, but I'm an unbeliever and I want to get to a believing husband or a believing wife. So how are they supposed to go about it?
You know, there's some unbelievers even today who are looking for believers to have partnership, whether in business, whether in... There are even some non-believers who want to employ non-believers want to employ believers. So maybe let's him to take advantage of that. But nikiolewa na mtu hajaokoka, huyu hataki kunywa pombe. It's actually true. Kuna watu wengi sahi, actually, from a point of knowledge, there are some people who really want to stay with born again people and they are not born again. Kwa sababu anajua nikiemploy mtu mwenye ameokoka vizuri, ile kuokoka vizuri, anajua maybe sitakuwa na macharge fulani, kuna macharge zitakuwa nazo hapo,
kuna vitu
tutakuwa nazo hapo. Hata kuna people about they might have been said that on how marriage does not really work well, on how people who are drunk as disturbing families and all that and that. So even being an unbeliever, anasema mimi ningetaka tu kuolewa na pastor, lakini kumbe sio kwa sababu ya kuolewa. Actually akona afia. Maybe if you can address that fear, maybe means a sort of fear. But all the same, there's an example. I have a gentleman mwenye hakuwa ameokoka, but the lady was born again, and they just decided to get married. The pastor, definitely, this angle of counseling is very, very important. In the course of their counseling about marriage, the guy got born again.
Wow.
You also need to have good counselors, because salvation is again a very important ingredient into a relationship, whether marriage or whatever. It's very, very important. It's an important because lack of it again may be a door to other problems. To other problems. So what I'm saying is, salvation iletwe ndani, skills za kupika ziletwe ndani, skills za biashara ziletwe ndani, how to manage yourself and managing yourself, hiyo yote iweke kwa meza to anybody who is getting married. That's supposed to be the training. It's ni kama course book. Iko na course book, iko na salvation, iko na all those other, how to raise children, how to plan your family, how to handle your husband, how to handle conflicts, all those things ziletwe pamoja, iko ni a whole book. Lakini kwa hiyo book tustoe chapter moja ya salvation, tulana na tukimbie nayo. Sababu tukikimbia na hiyo moja, na hiyo na chache wakati mwingine nakimbia tu na hiyo moja. Unakuta yani there's a way even sometimes as a person my mind can be set kwamba naona kama venye umekuwa presenter kwa TV yangu for that long, umehandle my panels wenye naongea mambo ya marriage, so ukitaka kuoa anaweza ona huyu ako sawa.
Acha kusawa kuna
equip face alikuwa anatupatia kwa show. Alikuwa there's the image that we see and there is a real person. So before you get to join a marriage, can we get the real person out? The real person out. Atuambie his fears or her fears, challenges zenye amepitia, or the whatever, treat the real person on the table. Then that's when we are supposed to help that person to get married.
Okay, wow. Tell us about the books.
Oh yes. Yeah, this book, I've talked about this book here.
This is my favorite.
But then there's some people using this book as a training manual. This is a training book for people who are getting married. This is my book. I think I wrote it right because of COVID. So because you also need to take advantage of COVID.
But
if you're not doing something, do something. Even if you're staying at home, do something. Do something. Ndio wakati wa COVID kwa nyumba. Tukasema sasa tutakaa tu hivi. Then I thought of what if I bring what I know about marriage together into a book.
It was the first book you wrote.
No, actually the last, the eighth, the last for now. So, but it's a good book on marriage. It's available in our bookshop here. It's available in our bookshop here. There are quite a number of copies here. At a prayer mountain, I think it should be. I think the copies are still there. Kuna hiyo. There is this one that I wrote with the chaplain of Kabarak. And you can saw like an eagle. It's a very good book for the youth. This is available here. Kwa bookshop yetu. Na pia pale kwa prayer mountain. Hata ukienda church nyingi zetu utapata in this book. This one is a good book on forgiveness. Actually, this is also an ingredient in marriage.
I also wanted to talk about it.
There's a friend of mine who was really dealing with unforgiveness. And do you know the other time, like 2 months ago, aliniambia niliona Pastor Alex kwa kipindi yenu and there's a book nilisoma yake about forgiveness and it has really healed her.
Hata kuna madam alituona hapa siku nyingine akaniambia anataka 11 books. Akona gitatea watu 11.
Wote waipate.
Because actually people already know what their friends are dealing with. Only that maybe hawaongei sana. Sasa huyu akipata kitabu ya forgiveness, huyu akipata kitabu ya Apostle Kimani kitabu fulani, huyu akipata hii fulani. So I wish those topics can be brought out and people discuss issues from a point of trust. We can help so many people.
And a lot of people are dealing with unforgiveness. They're carrying a lot of baggages on a beba watu.
And unforgiveness, it ruins you. It destroys you. It destroys your skills. It destroys. Unforgiveness is you do it shetani mbaya. Seriously. And you know many people are carrying it.
Even without knowing.
Without knowing.
Yes.
Anachukia. Na hiyo chuki inamuaffect hata health.
Health-wise.
Hata magonjwa zingine, you know. Yeah, we did that.
So it's a very good book. Pastor Alex, thank you so much for coming today. We've had a good discussion and I feel like we should have another sitting because you've mentioned about submission. We need to talk about that and so many other topics. So God willing, we're going to plan for another session. Alafu we talk about the same.
And the young people and the pastors and everyone and even families waifanye ikuwe subject. Waifanye ikuwe subject. Wakikoma wezi kosa mtu akuuliza swali. Not only me but there are quite a number of people, even their own pastors. People have knowledge but it has never been given as a subject. Do you know traditionally marriage was a subject? In so many cultures, marriage is a serious subject. Serious subject. Vijana wanaitaka wakati wa holiday, wanapewa hiyo as a subject. So thank you so much for the opportunity. Ukiona Apostle mwambia nashukuru sana kwa hii platform. MBCI TV and radio, they are really helping a lot of people. And we thank God for that partnership. May the Lord bless you so much. Na kama mjaolewa muolewe vizuri.
Amen. Even as you end up before you start criticizing me on that. Please, if people need to talk to you, is there a platform that they can get you or a number?
Yes, they can. My number is 0721 875781.
0721
875781. Okay. And I'm also calling the youth groups in Nakuru. You have a youth group in Nakuru, and now I'm doing the youth agenda at the county level. Wow. So a youth group can call me, and then we can have a discussion. We want to make sure that our youths are empowered. Even if you have a football team, swimming team, your dart, your chess, whatever, just reach out. We may be able to work together and make your organization or your group better.
We've had a very, very, very amazing discussion here with Pastor Alex. He's wearing very, very many hats, but acha tumwite Pastor Alex for today.
Yeah, sure.
So we've had an amazing discussion with Pastor Alex. We've not been able to read all your feedbacks, but last week tulikuwa tumezisoma. Now, for today, Anthony, you know what to do. Na Mama Anthony especially, wewe ndo tumeongelea sana. Now you know how you're supposed to. And every other Mama Anthony mwenye anatusikiza, see you too specifically, every other Mama Anthony. Others, thank you so much for tuning in. Hatuendi ati hivyo kabisa, tunaenda alafu we are coming right back. See you in a few.
MBCI Television, transforming lives.
Somebody's coming out of this house. It is time to fly.
Join us for a powerful spiritual gathering as the National Gatekeepers Intercessors Forum extends a warm invitation to the National Prayer Conference 2023. This transformative event is set to take place on Monday, 27th November from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. at Faith Harvest Church, conveniently situated in Nairobi's Roysambu area, next to Thika Road Mall behind Jewel House. Our conference theme reflects the essence of our collective mission that is drawn from 2 Chronicles 7:14. If my people who are called by my name humble themselves and pray and seek my face and turn from their wicked ways, then and will forgive their sins and heal their land. Prepare to be uplifted by the esteemed guest minister, Apostle Julia Subi, Reverend Michael W. Harrison, Reverend Dr. Stanley Ngure, Pastor Florence Wandeto, and Reverend Lucy Kamau, together with the Gatekeepers Council of Elders that include Bishop Joshua Mulingi, Bishop Dr. Mike Gibson Kamunya, Bishop Phyllis Hinga, Bishop Sami Washira, alongside the gracious host, Reverend Virginia Nganga of the Faith Harvest Church, Roysambu, is eagerly anticipating your presence at this sacred gathering. Save the date and join us in this spiritual journey towards transformation. At the pinnacle of education is High Peak Schools, a reputable institution for anyone looking to unlock their child's full potential. From early childhood education to our junior school, our experienced educators impact students with relevant knowledge and skills for them to soar high. From well-equipped classes to modern laboratories, peaceful dormitories, computer room, and a music room, students partake in co-curricular activities like swimming, skating, and many more. Our nutritious diets are sourced from our school farms, and not forgetting purified water that is safe for consumption. We have a fleet of buses that are accessible to our students for comfortable transportation to and from school. To enroll your child, contact us through 0728 040 883. High Peak Schools, Quest for Excellence.
Unleash your creativity and style at Goshen Medical and Technical College School of Cosmetology and Fashion Design. Our school offers a wide range of programs that cater to your unique talents and interests, whether it's hairdressing and beauty therapy, nail technology, trainer of trainers, garment making technology, interior design, soft finishing, or basic tailoring. We've got a program that suits your creative ambitions. Our programs are accredited by renowned examination bodies like NEC and NITA. We offer certificate, diploma, and a variety of other qualifications. A minimum grade of C- or higher is required for diploma courses, D plain or higher for certificate courses, and D and below for artisan courses. For more information, visit our campus or call us at 0750 264 044 or 0723 047 468. You can also check out our website at www.goshencollege.ac.ke.
Welcome to Goshen Medical and Technical College speaker.
We believe in the extraordinary potential of every child. That is why at Greengate Academy, our aim is to equip and transform learners. Our mission is to provide high-quality education in a conducive Christian environment.
Jesus in the heart. Jesus in the heart. Jesus in the heart.
We have embraced the competency-based curriculum and have collaborated with our dedicated team of experienced educators to mine your child's potential by imparting them with relevant skills. We have incorporated a special needs program that is tailored to ensure continuous improvement for your child. Here, we encourage creativity by engaging them in co-curriculum activities like sports, games, and maximizing on digital literacy through innovation. We are keen on your child's health, thus providing nutritious meals. Transport-wise, we've got you covered. Discover the unlimited opportunities awaiting your child today. Contact us on 0702 730 987 or email us on greengateschools@gmail.com. Enroll your child today and let their journey of a lifetime begin. Greengate Academy, raising the standard.
MBCI Television.